Hey, what's up, guys? It's Durf. Got another Hour of Devastation pre-release pack, and for this one, I was gonna do a live stream, but I don't know. I haven't done that stuff before, so maybe in the future. But I figure what I would do with this one is crack it open. We lay out the polls, and I'd kind of give you my maybe just the best idea for building a sealed deck with this. So hope. I hope you guys will enjoy it, and I hope I get some good pulls. That'd be cool. Makes it a lot easier if you pull good stuff out of this to be really competitive in a pre-release. So, we're about a week out from the release of. Today is Tuesday, July 18th. So, just doing this a little late, but let's see what we get here, guys. All right, let's open that way, and we're gonna turn it. Will we get something good? What's our promo card? Oh, Jiru with eyes open. Not exactly what I wanted to see, but hey, he could be good. He's let's take a look at him since we're doing kind of a deck tech kind of thing here. So 2 white, 3 colorless. He's a legendary creature, human warrior. And he's a 4/3. Vigilance, when Jiru, eyes open, enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a Planeswalker card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. If a source would deal damage to a Planeswalker you control, prevent 1 of that damage. So, in limited, really good. He's Vigilance, 4/3 for 5. So let's just talk about that. And he's a legendary, so you probably only get, he's a rare, so you probably only get 1 of them. If you pull a Planeswalker out of your sealed pool, then it could be really good. But there's our dice. Put that back in there. Our die, a little card, blah blah blah. We've seen that before, so we'll throw those back in there. And let me get this stuff kind of out of the way, and we'll lay out what we got. All right, so just kind of my process when I'm opening stuff for sealed. And you might do the same thing, but basically what I'm going to do, let's put these over here just to give myself some room. So I'm going to open them up real quick, and I'm going to lay out the, obviously go through kind of like an opening too, but man, that's like way. I'm going to lay them out like I would to make a deck for sealed. So we're going to jump to this, and then I'm going to sort them out. Oh, that's right. That's good right off the bat. Censor, best uncommon or most valuable uncommon out of the set, I believe. So Censor, Kefnit's Monument, Merciless Javelineer, and boom, Gideon's Intervention. Okay. Well, it's white, so if we're gonna be already got 2 rares in the white spot, so we'll set this stuff over here, and let's kind of lay out what we've got. So we got blue. Here's colorless. So I put my lands, my colorless, my lands, my multicolor, and my artifacts over in the on the right hand side, and we'll just separate the rest of these real quick. Ooh, got 2 cartouches in 1 pack. That's pretty good and limited. Peerless Vizier, Top Crop Champion, Violent Impact. Okay, artifact or land. That's good utility. There's a kind of mana fixture I found that's not very good in. You want like a heart, like, it's good for getting that extra, like if you're splashing something, but it ends up costing you 2 lands to get 1 mana for that. So, again, it's okay. Definitely helps you in a pinch. All right, Naga Oracle, another cartouche. Holy crap. 2 cartouches of Zeal. What? Sparring Mummy, Scarab Feast, Painful Lesson, Emberhorn Minotaur, Cradle of the Accursed, Floodwaters, Stinging Shot, good for flying creatures. All right, we got True Heart Duelist. That's a pretty good one. Watchful Naga, Destined to Lead. Target creature gets +1 and indestructible, and then all creatures able to block target creature must do so. So if we can get something with Death Touch, that's definitely cool. And I think we have a foil. Rare. Boom! Regal Caracal. All right. So we are just going all white with this opening. Boom! Ooh, an Angler Drake foiler. That ain't bad. Angler Drake enters the battlefield. You may return target creature to its owner hand. So that's not bad. So we'll sort those out over there. All right. So first our Devastation pack. Again, you know, not really any terrific pulls, I don't think. Frontline Devastator. I mean, we're getting some good red creatures. Unquenchable Thirst. That one's not bad. You can tap Chanted Creature's controller. Chanted creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. So if you have a desert, you can play that. Solitary Camel. Lifelink as long as you have a desert. Lurching Rot Beast. Cycling. 4/2. Ronus's Stalwart. 2/2. You can exert it. +1/+1. And can't be blocked by creatures 2 or less. Grizzly Survivor. You discard a card, gets +2/+0. Alright, there's a Desert. Desert of the Indomitable. Okay. Life goes on. Gain 4 life. If creature died, gain 8. Ruin Rat. There's a Death Touch. So and it's in color with the Destined to Lead. Granitic Titan. Menace, definitely good ability in limited. Alright, hey, there's a good mana fixer. Gain a life, and you can, well, kind of. I mean, it's the same kind of thing. Crypt of the Eternals. Merciless Eternal. I guess pretty good. Dunes of the Dead. Make a 2/2 black zombie. And the rare, we've got a Ramanap Hydra. Okay, so as long we could do desert for 4. You get a 5/5 if there's a desert in the graveyard and in play. Then a full art forest. That's pretty cool. All right, so yeah, I mean, basically what I found in this, like, I've pretty much played red, like red, white, red, green. Just kind of going through these now. Active Heroism, Carrion Screecher, Frilled Sandwalla, Manolith. That's a good mana fixture right there. Torch Monolith, or Moloch, Without Weakness, Cunning Survivor, Traveler's Amulet, and we've got a Doomfall, where it gives your kind of gives your opponent target opponent exiles a creature he or she controls. Target opponent reveals his or her hand. You choose an online card from it and exile that card. And so there we go. Bane Whip Punisher. All right, that one's a good removal spell. Inferno Jet. And oh, what's up? Locust God. Oh my goodness, 6. 4/4 flying. When you draw a card, create a 1/1 blue red insect creature token with flying and haste. Draw a card, then discard a card. When it dies, return it to its owner hand. Okay. Well, that might change stuff. We'll see. Whoops. We will see. Yeah, I couldn't get that at the beginning. All right. All right, Puncturing Blow. Okay, so that's a good removal spell. I mean, it's sorcery speed, but you know, still removal. Definitely, you're looking for some removal stuff that will give you an advantage. Another Traveler's Amulet. So mana fix wise, like we've gotten a couple of really good things. So you could actually splash some good stuff. That's another mana fixer. Gift of Strength. That one's good. There's a green or a red blue. Bloodwater Entity, Flying Prowess, 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, it may put target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard on top of your library. So you can get something back there. All right. Struggle to Survive. Oh, yeah. Struggle deals damage to target creature equal to number of lands you control. So, and then each player shuffles his or her graveyard into his or her library. And that's good, too. Good removal. Good removal and get rid of the graveyard. Devotee of Strength. Target creature gets +2/+2 on the turn. That's good too. Boom. Apocalypse Demon. Power and toughness equal to the number of cards in your graveyard. At the beginning of your upkeep, tap Apocalypse Demon unless you sacrifice another creature. So, it's okay. Mountain and a zombie. All right, so last one here, and then we'll just kind of go over... I mean, I'm not going to actually build a deck. We'll just kind of go over what the pluses and minuses of maybe each color are. So, oh, another Punch Ring Blow. Red's looking really strong. So we will. Oh, there's another Manolith. That's definitely a good one. Thorn Moloch. Without weaknesses. All right, Sifter Worm. Ipnu Rivulet, Ramanot Ruins, and the rare, boom, Grind to Dust. Oh, that's a good one. Actually, it's actually very good in limited. Put -1/-1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures, and then exile any number of target creatures with a +1/-1 counter on them. And then we got a Full Art Mountain and an insect for the insect god. Okay, So what do I think? Well, kind of my next step in the process, I'm going to kind of move this stuff around. My next step is to separate the cards from, I go creatures and I go spells. So, I got my creatures and then I got my non-creatures. So we got a cartouche, an enchantment, and an instant for white, and then got a good amount of creatures. So Jiru, Tycrop Elite, Gust Walker, Sparring Mummy, True Heart Duelist, Regal Caracal, Solitary Camel, Dauntless Aven, and Dutiful Servants. So pretty decent pull for creatures in that color. All right, let's see how blue did. I feel like blue got like 4 of. I got a bunch of one of them. All right, so blue, man, blue's looking pretty strong for creatures too. Aven Initiate. Now with blue, I mean, and you can do this for white too, but just kind of going through and seeing what you have for flying, because flying is definitely a good mechanic to have in this format. We got like 1, 2, 3 of this Cunning Survivor. Cycles. When you cycle or discard a card, Cunning Survivor gets +1/+0 till end of turn. Can't be blocked. Not bad. Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 creatures in blue. And if we play Locust God, we will be looking to come back to that. So we got Censor, Hieroglyphic Illumination, so draw some cards. Flow Bars, return 2 target creatures to their owner's hands. You can cycle it, and then Unquenchable Thirst, that's the tap card. So, I mean, a little bit of interaction with your opponent's creatures. You can tap them down so you can get in for some damage, that kind of thing. Man, I saw, I think, 4 of those. So, let's see what we get. Maybe not as many as I thought, but still a decent amount. Let's see. So creatures for black, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So solid creature base. This guy gets indestructible if you cycle him. This guy has cycling. He gets bigger if you cycle something. This guy has Death Touch. When he dies, exile target card from opponent's graveyard. This guy has Afflict, and you can discard and make him bigger. This guy's flying. This guy can destroy something that has a -1/-1 counter on it. Same cycle guy. Apocalypse Demon, and black is pretty decent pool from that too. And then, but what I would have liked to have seen from black was, so exile some cards in the graveyard, lose 2 life, draw a card. Okay, so yeah, I got 3 of the Without Weakness and a Doomfall. So not really. I mean, this exiles a creature that he or she controls, but that's of their choice. So obviously, you'd want to wait till maybe they have 1, and you got to get rid of. They have to get rid of the precisely the one you want. And then you can obviously look at their hand. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe black. I don't know. One thing we could do is just I'll just kind of go through the rest of these things, and you guys can tell me, tell me down below, like what would you do in this situation? What would you build? That's kind of the idea of doing a, man, red is, whew, thought it was doing okay, but look, that's weak. Look how weak that is. 5 creatures. Oh, that's too bad. Red is really, really good in this format. First strike as long as it's attacking. It's got prowess. I mean, that's not bad. You got, 2 of those Molochs. Titan's got menace, but costs 6. Frontline Devastator has Afflict and gets +1/+1 till end of turn if you throw some mana into it, and then you can insert this to do +1/+1 and menace till end of turn. So definitely some good creatures. I mean, the thing that makes red attractive here is honestly this stuff here. Your cartouches. Now we didn't get any trials, so that's kind of a bummer for the cartouches, but cartouches are very good in this format, especially if you're throwing a cartouche on a Granitic Titan. It's got menace, so it's hard to block anyways, or throw it on a flyer. I mean, it gets +1/+1 and haste, so you can swing in for some good damage. Short Artifact or Land, that's, good utility card for your sideboard. Kindled Fury, creature gets +1/+0, gains first strike. I mean, that's a good combat trick. Inferno Jet, 6 damage to target opponent. I mean, it's for 6. I don't know. You could probably do better, but I mean, it's 6 damage. I mean, that's good and limited too. Puncturing Blow. So 5 damage to target creature, and the creature would die this turn. Exile instead. It's sorcery speed, but yeah, we're talking 5 damage, and if you notice, they're killing one of the new gods there, and that's if the creature would die this turn, exile it instead. So that would get rid of one of the new gods. So I will say that's probably worth playing. Plus it does. I mean, that's a crap ton of damage. So let's look at the Locust God. Yeah, 4/4 flying. So all right. So, red's definitely a splashable color. I mean, 2 red for those casting costs is a little high, but, I think we can get there. We got some good mana fix stuff. All right, so let's take a look at green. Sifter Worm, Bitter Bow, Sharpshooters, Devotee of Strength, Gift of Strength, Frilled Root Sandwalla. I say Root Walla. That's like the old one. Got the Hydra, Life Goes On. I mean, you've got a lot of creatures. Got a good amount of creatures for that. At least 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 creatures right there. Benefaction of Ronus. Top R's put a creature card and or enchantment from among them into your hand. Put the rest into your graveyard. Sting Shot, good for shooting down some flyers. Life Goes On. I mean, I don't know if I would play that. Gift of Strength, definitely good combat trick. And you're able to reach up and hit one of those flyers that are trying to get past you. That with the what was that other guy? We had one that brought some stuff back. Maybe not. Maybe that's something else. It was in black. I can't recall. I mean, black had a lot of creatures here. Yeah, it must have been, I don't know. I can't remember where that was. All right, so 8 creatures in green. Definitely strong color. All right, so let's take a look at the split cards, the lands, that kind of stuff. So let's sort these out. Okay. So let's look at creatures. So yeah, I guess, I mean, we've got 2 blue reds and a blue black, or blue black, red black, blue red and red black. Merciless Javelineer, discard a card, put a -1/-1 counter on target creature. That creature can't block this turn. I mean, that's pretty good. Oh, this is the guy. Yeah, put put target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard on top of your library. So, I mean, when he comes into play, you know, you can get him. Now, what would be really sweet is if you had, what was it, Angel of Condemnation? Yeah, so you could bounce stuff. But you've got, you know, you got some good creatures in here that, you know, when Angler Drake enters the battlefield, may return target creature to his owner hand. So you could bounce your Bloodwater entity if you're playing that. You know, bounce him back and then use him again. So yeah, you know, could be good. But anyways, and then the Scarab God, obviously, you know, definitely playable. I mean, it's only 6, 1 red, 1 blue, 4 colorless. I mean, it's 6 in a you know, 40 card deck. That's really not too bad. You know, you will definitely get him out, you know, if you have the right land base. We've got Struggle to Survive. So this one, you know, deals damage. So you can kill a creature and then you can get rid of libraries or get rid of, sorry, graveyards. Creature gets +1/+0, gains indestructible, and then all creatures able to block must do so. So that plus, you know, one of your Death Touchers. So we've got Ruin Rat would be a good candidate for that one. Let's see if green got any. Did I get the guy who has Death Touch? I don't remember. I guess I didn't. So here's another end of the battlefield guy that you could, you know, be a good one to bounce. So when Sifter Worm enters the battlefield, scry 3, reveal top card of your library. You gain life equal to the card's converted mana cost. So yeah, you know, another good bounce candidate. Okay, and then we got grind to dust. So I mean, we've got a lot of really good split cards there. Kefnit's Monument. So hey, you could play blue. Guess what? Locust God now costs 1 less. So you can bring them out for 5 if you have the Kefnit's Monument. When you cast a creature spell, target creature an opponent controls doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Do not underestimate that in limited. That could be very, very good. All right, and then we've got like crazy mana fixing here. So one sacrifice, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it in your hand, and then shuffle your library. So Traveler's Amulet and Manalith. You know, the only problem with Manalith that I found in my pre-release that I played was that I found myself like holding off on casting Manalith to be able to cast like a 3 casting cost creature. So I don't know, and I ended up having to do that because the opponents I played were just playing such aggressive decks. They were just coming out with 1, 2 creatures every turn, and it just, you know, if you didn't put down a creature, you know, you were gonna fall way behind. So if I was to pick which one you'd use, I would say Traveler's Amulet 100%, because this thing, you can go get a basic land. You go get your basic land, get what you need. Manalith, you cost, costs 3. So, I mean, this one, you're talking like, even if you got turn 1 mana screwed, you could play this, second turn, sack it, and go get another land, and you'd probably be okay. So I would recommend the Amulet, probably over the Manalith, but who knows? I'm probably totally wrong. I mean, Manalith is very good, so don't underestimate that. I just, you know, if you have the lands to play Manalith, it will help you ramp into, you know, whatever else you're trying to play. So it is good. You just got to have the right amount of lands in your deck. Let's see. Painted Bluffs, again, good mana fixer. You can get creatures with the Cradle. Deserts, you know, here's another mana fix here. There's another creature one. Here's another mana fix, but you got to use a creature for that one. And then you got your deserts. Okay, this one right here, Ramunap Ruins, is kind of it's kind of the sneaker. Like this one slides in at the end and does that 2 damage to your opponent to win the game. So I saw that, and wasn't too happy with that. Top 4 cards of his or library into the battlefield, or into the graveyard. Okay, that's not bad. But out of these, I would say Ruins has a lot of value there. So anyway, so that's what I pulled from that, guys. I'd be interested to see what you would play. I mean, honestly, like Locust God is good. And I mean, whenever you draw a card, you're putting a flying 1/1 blue and red insect creature token with flying and haste into play. I mean, I just think he's good enough to build around. I mean, and I don't have a ton of red creatures, but I do have a ton of blue creatures. I mean, so you got five there, plus the other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blue creatures. So I mean, we're talking, that's a good, just out of those 2 colors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 creatures right there, without splashing another color, which you could definitely do with, and I would recommend. I'd probably go black, I guess. Maybe white, but you definitely have some good options. So, anyways, guys, I've been rambling on for a while, and this is a very long video, but I thought it would be cool to go through that and just kind of look at every card, and I'd really like to know what you think. Like, what would how would you do this? What would you build? I mean, we've got again, I'll lay out the rares. We've got a Regal Caracal. But basically that's the only cat that we got. Jiru and Gideon's Intervention. So we've got 3 of the rares, 3 out of the 7 rares that you're guaranteed to get, including the promo card. We're in white, and honestly not that good. So I probably would not play it. Apocalypse Demon is your other rare. I don't think we had no. But then there's green, man. Green. See, this is where it becomes tough, because you got the Ramnap Hydra. You got a ton of really good creatures from that. So I don't know. You might just want to play green. Blue, red, green. Sure, why not? Blue, red, green, black. Play all 4 colors. I don't know. I mean, like, what would you do? How would you play this? Again, there's our 7 rares that we got. And it's definitely a hard decision to make. Like, what are you going to play? How are you going to keep it down to 40 cards? Because I mean, really, that's the best way to get the cards you're looking for when you're playing in these sealed tournaments. So, all right, guys. Again, appreciate you watching the video, and comment, man. I would like to discuss like what you would actually do in this situation. How would you play this? I'm kind of leaning towards red blue just because of the Locust God, and you got a lot of got a couple good flyers in blue, and some decent stuff. But I mean, hey, green is green and black look really strong as well. So maybe you just say, okay, I got the Locust God, great. Go to my collection, play them in a standard format or something, or constructed. But in limited right here, I mean, maybe he's not the best choice. So definitely be interested to see what you have to say. And guys, give the video a like, subscribe to my channel, and share this video if you could. Let's get the channel moving. So appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a great day. All right, bye bye.